question. Yeah, I mean, listen, from our point of view, it's probably not the best goal to concede. A direct ball from the goalkeeper. We don't deal with the first one, we don't deal with the second one, and then obviously, it's on another day. I think maybe I'm able to get a hand to it. Looking back on it, but in saying that, I think he's probably scored a few of those in his career. He's a good player. It's a good finish. Yeah, I mean, he took it quite early. Didn't let it come across his body. Hits it with the outside of his foot. At that point, it's always leaving me. Ends up nestling in the top corner. Like I said, when you break down the play from the start to the end, there's instances throughout that we could all do better on. But like I said, to go into that game and knowing what type of game it was going to be, and then to limit them to the chances that they had, and then the second half we were all over them to get a draw at the end of the day, I think was fully deserved.
Yeah, how important was this point, getting a point out of this game?
Yeah, I mean, I was speaking to somebody afterwards, and they made a good point. If you look at these games in a playoff sense, on the road, and then obviously you come back and you play them at home, back to back, we're through to the next round. So it was important to make sure that we got something from the game, especially when you look at the table. So for us to make sure that we didn't leave empty-handed was a massive result for us.
Well, while not totally, I guess, apropos today, what did you think of the Mr. Clean Sheet?
Yeah.
And is that a persona you may adopt?
Yeah, I mean, listen, yeah. I had a few texts from some friends, but no, listen. When you look at the support and the dedication and the togetherness of the supporters groups, of the fan base here in Atlanta, it's unbelievable. So I'm fortunate that they sing my name in a good way, and I'm fortunate to be on this team and to be able to represent those fans and the city of Atlanta playing for this club. So every week they seem to get stronger in numbers, louder in voice, and their support has been tremendous.
Brad, talk a little bit. You played all over the world. What's it like walking out in one of the oldest college football stadiums in America and seeing that?
Yeah, I mean, listen, walking up here into this press conference, we were talking about the stadium a little bit, and to be here and to be able to play these games in front of this crowd and this tremendous support that we get for our team, this is what it's about. This is as a professional athlete, this is what you want. You want to play in front of unbelievable crowd support, and when you play at home, when you play on the road, it goes both ways. And so for us to be able to play here for the time being, and now eventually move into Mercedes-Benz, it's going to be fantastic. We're really excited. We're excited to say thank you to Bobby Dodd and everyone affiliated with this stadium. But at the same time, we're excited to get into Mercedes-Benz and put our stamp on that stadium as well.
So how you feel in the new team?
Yeah, I feel good. The guys have been really good. I said earlier, maybe last week or something, I was saying that the players here are football players. They're smart players. They have talent, of course, but at the same time, they've got footballing brains and they understand the game. Obviously, we've got a great manager and great coaching staff. And so when you put all those things together, to have that in MLS, it gives us the real ability to go into games and obviously put together performance that our fans can be proud of and ultimately help us get points and make sure we find ourselves in the playoffs.
Dom Dwyer and Kyle Larin, obviously for the first time together in this game. You guys seem to shut them down pretty well. Is that a combination of preparation or more them struggling throughout the game?
No, I mean, listen, they're good players. They're good players. We knew it was going to be a challenge for us. But that's what these games are about. For us, going into it, we knew that Dom would add a new dimension to their team, and so to make sure that we limited their chances and their ability on the ball, It started with our ability to close down the ball out wide and defend crosses. When you look at Laren's goals, he's good in and around the box. Dom the same. And when you get tight and you put pressure on them, it makes it difficult for them. So,
what did Orlando City do this week that they didn't do last week? What seemed to change in their game plan?
I don't know. There were times where they found themselves with a good amount of space to be able to, when you have Kaká being able to run at your back line can cause problems for you. And today there were times when that did happen, but ultimately we try to get closer to guys, make it difficult for them in terms of getting their head up and be able to pick a pass. And I think we were able to do that from long stretches of the game.
Was there a sense of frustration throughout because it seemed like Atlanta had a lot of chances to score and just wasn't capitalizing? Did the frustration grow throughout the game?
I don't think it's frustration. I guess you could use the word frustration, but that comes when you're on top for long stretches, and we were on top of them. We were knocking on the door. Our final ball probably wasn't the best today, whether it be a shot or a cross or a pass. We weren't probably as sharp as we normally are. Thankfully, when it mattered most, the entry ball in for the goal, and obviously a great finish. So you take the point, you move on, and we'll keep getting better. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Good afternoon.
All right, everybody, head coach Tata Martino with us today. We'll start with questions in English, then we'll go to Spanish. Just please raise your hand and name an outlet. We'll get you the cue. So questions here for Tata.
Doug Robertson, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Does this feel like 3 points or just a point? Because you had a lot of chances that you just couldn't capitalize on.
Si se siente como 3 puntos o un punto, como el equipo tuvo muchas ocasiones.
En realidad creo que hay una mirada que tenemos que tener, que es empatar en tiempo de descuento, que hace que valoremos el punto como un triunfo. Y hay otra mirada que tiene que ver con el desarrollo del juego, donde está claro que perdimos 2 puntos.
One way to look at it is we scored a goal in extra time, so in that sense, it feels good. But on the other hand, I think we controlled the game and we had all the development in the game. So in that sense, it's like a loss.
Looking ahead to the All-Star game, how does it feel to have Garza, Almiron, and Parkhurst represent Atlanta United as an expansion team in the All-Star game?
¿Qué significa tener los tres?
Bueno, primero creo que motivo de orgullo para Atlanta, porque en su primer año, en sus primeros 6 meses, ya contar con 3 jugadores en el juego de las estrellas realmente es muy importante. Por otro lado, también debo decir que agregar un viaje más y un partido más con una agenda tan cargada, bueno, nos preocupa un poquito por el estado físico de los jugadores.
It's a point of pride for the team to have 3 guys represented in the All-Star game in our first season in these short 6 months together. But on the other hand, it's another trip for those guys, and it's another game. So it's a little bit worrying because of the stretch of games we have coming up.
Doug, then Eric.
Is Garza okay after
Yes.
that tackle in the penalty box?
Yes.
Okay, so that was just precautionary that you subbed him out?
Tiene un golpe en el tobillo, me parece.
He
No
took
importa.
a hit in his ankle.
Did you feel like the only real difference in this game was Atlanta United's finishing, or was there more to it than just not finishing the quality chances that you had?
Sí, la única diferencia del partido fue no terminar las jugadas, o si había algo más.
En algún momento en el segundo tiempo por ahí nos desesperamos y dejamos de circular como lo habíamos hecho durante gran parte del mismo. En líneas generales yo creo que jugamos un muy buen partido y si tuviera que marcar un desacierto en el día de hoy, claramente fueron las situaciones de gol que fallamos, ¿no?
At a moment in the second half, I felt like we got a little desperate and we stopped circulating the ball like we had been doing before that. But in general, I thought we played really well. But if there is one thing to look back on from this game, it's that we didn't finish the chances.
Back here on the right, Jason.
Can you talk about how special it is to have Villalba score 2 late goals against the same team to earn points?
Que es especial tener a Tito, que marcó 2 goles en los últimos minutos contra el mismo equipo.
Sí, pero además es nuestro goleador ahora y hace que también a través de los goles de él y a través de los goles de Miguel y a través de las asistencias de Julian o de Yamil, podemos reemplazar la ausencia de Joseph, que es muy importante para nosotros, sobre todo en este tipo de partido donde él tiene mucha facilidad para convertir.
He's our goal scorer at the moment, so through his goals, through Miguel's goals, and through assists by Julian or Yamil, we're doing our best to fill in during Joseph's absence, and that's what's most important for the team.
Second row, Riley.
Riley Manis MLS, what's it mean for you to take this team from nothing, literally nothing, to be in such a good position, getting close to the end of the season?
¿Qué significa para ti llevar a un equipo de cero hasta este punto?
La verdad que hoy siento la tranquilidad siento la tranquilidad de ver un equipo que es mío, que lo armamos nosotros. Eso es lo que siento y eso es lo que me pone muy, muy feliz y me deja muy tranquilo.
I feel calm knowing that it's a team that we formed ourselves from the beginning. So that's what makes me really happy.
Anything else, Eric?
Dom Dwyer, Kyle Laren, both on the squad for Orlando City tonight. Seemed like you guys frustrated them throughout most of the match. Was it something you guys prepared for? How did you prepare for it?
Ah, se notó que Larin y Dwyer estaban frustrados hoy. ¿Y cómo preparó el equipo para defender a los dos?
Bueno, con lo que se vio adentro, retrasando a Larentowicz. Entonces armamos una especie de línea de 3, porque son dos jugadores que juegan por dentro y que es muy difícil y muy riesgoso marcarlos uno contra uno. Entonces decidimos que Larentowicz retroceda y haga una línea de 3 con Parky y con Leandro, y que entre Carlos y Anton marcaran a Kaká dependiendo dónde jugara. Si iba por izquierda lo tomaba Anton, si iba por el centro lo tomaba Carlos.
By what you saw in the game, we had Jeff Lorenowitz drop back to play as a third defender to form a line of 3, because we know that they're both very dangerous players and they're difficult to defend one-on-one. And then to defend Kaká, we had either Anton or Carlos Carmona marking him, depending on if he was on the left side of the field, it would be Anton, and if he drifted into the center, it would be Carlos Carmona.
This isn't meant to be taken seriously. You're one of the few coaches in MLS who face Real Madrid. What do the All-Stars have to do to defeat them on Wednesday?
Dice, o sea, de broma, eres como uno de los únicos entrenadores aquí que han enfrentado a Real Madrid. ¿Y qué tiene que hacer el equipo de estrellas para ganar?
Bueno, la realidad que es muy difícil decir, porque además es un partido amistoso, es una fiesta, es una gran alegría para los jugadores, sobre todo a los de la MLS, jugar ese partido, tener enfrente grandes jugadores. Yo no tengo el secreto para jugar contra el Real Madrid. Espero sí que lo disfruten mucho los futbolistas, porque es algo que no se da permanentemente.
It's tough to say because it's a friendly and it's also a festival, an event, but I think it's a great honor for the MLS players to be in that game and to be able to play against a team like Real Madrid. But I don't have the secret to beating them. I just hope that the guys really enjoy it, because it's not something that comes along very often.
Questions here in Spanish?